On this video, we're going to create an Android app that contains the list view and the web view on the same screen. The app is about the Unbiased newspaper, a list of 10 newspapers that are considered unbiased. Once the user selects one of the newspaper on the list, the corresponding URL is shown on the screen. Here is the way the screen will look like. On the top one, you see the list view. It's a scrollable list of 10 newspapers, online news. And at the bottom is where the URL will be shown. Let's start building the app. Start Android Studio. Take Start New Android Studio Project. Select Empty Activity. We're going to call this Unbiased News over there. Make sure it's Java. API 15 is good. Finish. Android Studio creates two files. One layout file, the activity main XML, and the other one is the Java file that controls the layout. In order to allow for internet content to be shown in any activity, we need to add the user's permission line, XML line, in the manifest. Go to manifest, open up this one. Add the line after application here, and type the following command. I'm going to put a comment here. Line necessary, XML line. It's all XML, it's necessary to allow internet content. It uses permission, Android name, Android permission .internet. That's the first one, and close this. Let's go to our layout. I'm gonna take out that hello world, delete that. We only need to add two things here. One is the list view, and the other one is the web view, where the web contents will be shown. So we're going to take here the list view, which is in legacy, list view. I want to make it smaller so I can put the constraints there. I'll leave the bottom constraint empty there because that constraint is going to be attached to the web view. We're going to make the width here match parent. And the height here, we'll make that very close to the edge. 8 is fine there. And the height, let's make that 200 dp. Let's give an ID to this list view. We're going to call that news LV for list view. Let's work now with the web view. Widgets, that's web view. Take the web view and put right under the list view. I'm also going to minimize a little bit of the web view so I can add some of the constraints, or the necessary constraint, I should say. So this is going to be attached to the top one. I'll give, instead of 24, very close to 16. It's already attached to the top and bottom. I'm going to attach this to the bottom. And for the width, I'm going to match parent to go all the way to the sides. And the height, I'm going to go with the match constraint. So we have it. Let's give the web view an idea. We're going to do news IV for, news WV for web view. And our layout is complete. Let's work on our main activity Java. We're going to declare object. We have a list view there. We're going to call that news obj lv, list view. We have a web view. We're going to call that news obj web view. We're going to have an array list of a type string. The object is string. And you're going to call that, let's import that, hold the Alt key, press enter, news list. The advantage of using array list over plain array is because array lists are dynamic. So there's no need to set a size for it. It grows as you add items there. And we need an array adapter to display the list. Array adapter. An array adapter. We're going to call that news AA for array adapter. The only array that we're going to create here is the one that stores the websites for the news. So we're going to do this storing news web sites in a string array. The list consists of 10 news considered to be unbiased. So we're going to add this here. String news URL array. HTTPS npr.org sections news there's a www here npr.org and I'm going to fill out the rest here. Alright, here we have all of them in the list. Go inside of a void on create. Let's define the object. News obj list view. Find the view by ID r.id.newslv. We're going to define the web view, news obj web view, and we link that to find the view r.id.newswv. If you are wondering why I'm not casting, the newest version of Android don't really require it. And then the last one is the array list, news list, is equal to new array list. We're going to put the object there, string. Semicolon. Now let's add the elements or the items to this array list. Add the items to array list. News list. So news list dot add NPR. And you do the same thing for all of them. So we finish adding all of the items in the array list. Let's define array adapter, which we call news AA. And news AA is defined as such. AA is equal to new array adapter, in parentheses, this, not capital, this, Android dot r dot layout. Let's take the simple one, comma news list. Populate that with the array list there, news list. Let's set the adapter to the list view. Setting the adapter to the list view. So take the list view, news obj list view, set adapter, news, the one we just defined there, news AA. Now take a look. Here it is. We have our app running, and it showed the list of news online there. It is scrollable. You can go up, and all the 10 news are here. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so now we set the adapter to the list view. The next thing to do is set up a listener. So let's do this. Setting up a listener. To the list view. So take the object there, so news obj list view dot set capital O online click listener. That's the one we want. Type the word new, capital letter O, and the rest of the code is done for us. Okay? So let's continue this. Some of the websites, they have the redirects. When they have a redirect, so you end up having the website or being open on the device's web browser instead of inside of the web view. So to prevent there, you have to issue this command here. So I'm going to put a comment, say force, to force links and redirect to open in the web view instead of devices browser, web browser. We're going to say this, take the object news obj west web view client to new web view client. The next thing is to ensure that the website has the JavaScript enabled. Some of the site might not have. So we're gonna do this, enabling JavaScript. So we're gonna do web settings, web settings is equal to news obj web view get settings. So take the object there, web settings, dot set JavaScript enable, the boolean would be true. And the last thing, let's call the load URL method on the web view object. So take that, the object news obj web view dot load URL, and which URL is the one that you're gonna take from that array here, the news URL array, news URL array, this one here. Which element? Position. So exactly, that's the one here. So the listener tell us, or tell the system, which item was tapped or was clicked. We are done with the app, and let's run it. Here it is. Okay, so that's one. Let's go and let's get something here. How about Pew Research? And here's Pew Research Center. How about if you go, for example, for Christian Science Monitor? Oh, here, Christian Science Monitor. Okay, if you think that the web view is too small, the other option would be have this web view on a second activity or second screen.